Question number 16. What are the solutions for the equation 4x squared plus 11x equals 3? So my first step will be to just bring the 3 over to the left hand side, so subtract 3 from both sides of the equation. 3 minus 3 is 0 over there. Bring down the negative 3, and we still have 4x squared plus 11x. Okay, now what can we do? Well, we can factor this trinomial. There's no common factor to be factored out, so I will need to factor it out by grouping. And to do that, we need to look for two numbers that need to multiply to whatever 4 and negative 3 multiply to, which is negative 12. 4 times negative 3, negative 12. And they need to add up to 11. So, because they multiply to a negative number, one needs to be positive and the other needs to be negative. So what two numbers multiply to 12? We have 1 and 12. We have 2 and 6. We have 3 and 4. 1 and 12 are 11 units apart. So that will work because it can have plus 11 or positive 11 and negative 1. Oh, sorry, I meant positive 12 actually. I was jumping the gun. Positive 12 plus negative 1 is 11, and 12 times negative 1 is negative 12. So, with that in mind, I can split up the 11x into 12x and negative 1x. Then I can bring down the negative 3 and the 4x squared. Okay, now what? Well, we can pair these and those. And I can factor out a 4x over here. 4x squared divided by 4x is just x. 12x divided by 4x is just 3. Okay, what about these? I can actually factor out a negative 1. Negative 1x divided by negative 1 is x. Negative 3 divided by negative 1, 3. And we're factoring by grouping. These elements are repeating, so I can write it just once. And then I take the 4x and the negative 1. And that's still equal to 0. So this is the fully factored form of the trinomial. But we want to solve the equation. And how can we do that? Well, I can make this equal to 0 and solve for x. Because if this is 0, 0 times anything is 0. So that would make the equation true. So 4x is equal to 1. I just added 1 to both sides of the equation. Then I can divide both sides by 4. And x will be 1/4. Because 1 divided by 4. I just ran out of room over here. 1 divided by 4 is just 1/4. And over here, x plus 3 can also be equal to 0. And we're going to have another solution. So x is equal to negative 3. So, the answer is B. Negative 3 and 1/4.